Am I live? It looks like I'm on. How's the how's the sound? Is there any sound? I don't want to turn up my we got sound? Is there sound? There's like a delay between StreamYard and do I sound like my annoying whiny voice self? Sound is on. Let me see. It's been so long since I've played with this stuff. You can hear me. Cool. Let me see who. Looks like Kevin was. Look at this. I even know how to pin stuff. I have no idea what the hell this is. No idea. And yes, people keep on asking me if I'm back. And yeah, I'm starting to think I'm back. Been doing a lot more stuff, trying to get the social media back in swing. I know I took a year off. Uh, lots of shit going on over that past year. And now that I'm unmedicated, hey, we're back into creative mood. And I think people who have been following me, because over this past year, I've been on Whatnot the whole time. And I've been doing a lot of talking over there. So I think everybody's pretty familiar with what's going on. Thank you. But unfortunately, you can see me. Bluegrass Thrift. Hello. Hi, Connie. Everything's good. Evan, same old voice. Yeah. Is that Margot? Hello, hello. A lot of whatnotters coming on over here. I appreciate you coming on over here. You just can't get enough. Over there, you just see my dainty little hands flipping, furiously flipping right on camera. Furiously flipping uh, cards, and at least now you get to see my mug. I'm sorry if I'm distracted up over your my shoulder, that shoulder, up that way. I'm watching my. They're gonna blow it. 2 weeks ago, they were out of it. I was fine. I was happy with not happy with it, but there's 5 stages of grief. I was in the acceptance stage that the Penguin's gonna uh, suck again this year, and like riding a bike. Yeah, and man, if they come back and they're back into playoff possibility. So as a hockey guy, Pittsburgh Penguins fan, it's just like nerves are on edge. So it's on. I kind of they're in intermission right now. So if I'm distracted, Carl, hello, thank you for coming on in. And I think I saw Marty. Hey, thank you, Marty. Yeah, and I hope I get the questions and stuff, but I don't even know how many people are. 24. Ooh, wow. Um, so yeah, I pretty much quit social media. This seems to be an ongoing theme with me. Um, but yeah, I was a year ago or so. I don't talk, if you don't like the shit, and then turn it off. I'm very open, and I everybody knows that I was a probation officer, and I retired from probation after 26 years, and that shitty job, shitty job. And I started having PTS dreams uh, from my old job, and I had some shit going on with my mother, and she's in a home now. It was a bad time a year ago, and I went and saw someone. I had to go talk to someone about some stuff, and during the sessions, it was you, you have ADHD. I was like, yeah, it's I'm off on tangent. You'll notice that people who've been following me probably over the last 3 or 4 weeks, you can see I'm scatterbrained again, but, so yeah, know, I went to talk to someone and, "Yeah, you're ADHD test," and I'm up there, and, so they put me on meds, and, I think it was, Vyvanse to help. It was low dose, but man, it focused me in on stuff, but it took away creativity. And I always likened the way my head always worked is I had like you're sitting in a room and there are 5 TVs running. And this TV was eBay TV. This TV was playing family TV. This TV was playing work TV, playing what creativity TV, and all these TVs were on full blast. And this Vyvanse focused me on just kinda sitting and not focusing. It focused me on nothing, but I was focused on nothing, but it completely wiped out creativity, and, I still did, whatnot, but the desire to do any social media, gone. Didn't feel like doing it, and I stopped. So, fast forward, till a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and it's been a pain in the ass to get meds, and, I just was like they were out of stock, and I'm like, "Okay, let's, let's try this again," and it was nice having some control over the thoughts, but, yeah, I kinda miss so, yeah, I'm a little wacky now, so anyway, enough of that, so I'm back. I'm pretty sure I'm back, and, so anyway, yes, see the tangent? This is the mind. I thought, Marty is that's why I pretty much have avoided going into these chats, and I don't know what it is, but yeah, so, Marty, hopefully we get back into watching your shows, but yeah, the desire is, completely lost that. So anyway, you didn't come here to listen to me and my, any mental health issues, but I think I owed that to some, explanation to people, especially those who didn't hear these stories over on the web. So, Carl Smells, according to Dawn. Okay. Simply Shenanigans. Thank you for coming on in here. And there might be, if you have, a YouTube name and a whatnot name, and I don't get them correct, then I apologize for that. You might have to remind me. So, yeah, yep, Carl. So, yeah, I'm still learning that it took me longer than I wanted to admit to try to get this stuff going this morning. The last time I went live on YouTube was that Thanksgiving, almost a year and a half ago. Six- so Dainty, is that Carl or is that, that's not me, I know. Oh, my dainty little feet, it's yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's my life I'm seeing with, okay. Thank you for coming on in. So yeah, hopefully we will, hopefully we'll be doing more of these, hopefully, and hopefully it'll get past this. Well, where have you been? What have you been doing? I've been messing around in my own head. Let me see. I followed you first though. Oh, you already okay. Yes, yes. It's yeah. I was thinking about it today. I think that first channel was it was almost, I think it was 15, 16. I started that first channel and then nuked it. That was the ADHD. Knee-jerk reactions. Don't think about it. Blow up the channel and all those. I think I had like 2,200 subscribers. But yeah, that was it. The knee-jerk reaction to stuff in life. So thank you for coming back, and thank you for support over on the whatnot. I think we already did that one. So where are we? Hey, Cameron. Cameron, I'm sorry. Last when was that show the other night? I like kept calling you Camden, and I have no idea why I called. So I apologize, Cameron. I know I'm looking at my face, and I should get up at the camera. So I apologize, Cameron. For calling you. Ham yeah, and I was diagnosed at 55 and explains so much of what is going on in my life and therapy, talk therapy. As a probation officer, I sent so many people to talk therapy, mostly drugs. Um, but yeah, I've gotten a lot out of it. There's no shame in talking to someone about I need to get off of this topic, but there's no shame in talking to someone about it, and you talk to someone who's not family or friends, someone who has no really vested interest in your life except making you make sure everything's okay. So anyway, I'll get off of that. Yeah. So what else is going on? Yeah, exactly, and yeah, it kills some stuff, but yeah. I don't know how to handle. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with that, if I'm gonna, you know, go back to the meds. I don't know. I don't know. No clue. So anyway, anybody have any questions, postcard related after I don't know how many, almost 10 minutes or so. Yeah, tangents, but tangents in life. They're hard to get. Yeah, there are. Yeah, I was a bitter little boy for a while until um, yeah, sleep. Oh yeah, yeah. Hopefully it stays with that. Oh, thank you, Jim. Thank you very much. I hope this lasts. We'll see. And let me see. I think we're caught up. I think we got yeah, caught up. Anybody have any questions? I don't want to turn it into a complete mental health show, but we can talk about whatnot. We can talk about postcards. I don't, this is just kind of coming on. Yeah, I still believe. See, I'm watching up here. I still believe in you lift, you sell, and because also over this past year, especially since whatnot, I really cut back on listing on eBay, and I just because all my time and energy has been on. Excuse me, sorry, I'm sorry, a ref just got nailed in the face with a puck. Whoops. Anyway, um, just yeah, all my energy was on whatnot. And with whatnot, and we all get sick of listening to me talk about whatnot. Um, it really changed my reseller focus. For doing selling postcards for 26 years now on eBay, and I was always pretty much single postcards. And that was my moneymaker. I was doing really well with that. And then whatnot comes along, and I can get rid of bulk cards that I may never get to list or I don't want to list, and I make more in 1 month on whatnot that I was doing in 3 months on eBay, and I had 500,000 postcards that I knew I wasn't gonna be listing on eBay. So, yeah, I had to blow them out, and I hope people who buy 'em and have been, in fact, I know people have been making this thing is really freaked me out. If it starts, like, getting bigger, taking over my face, might have to go see someone about that. I think my wife just got home. I told her I was gonna be going live, so it'll be interesting if she remembers and hollers down. So we might hear from the wife. So anyway, where are we? Questions. And tonight, I don't know, an hour, I need to get some rest. I've been really going hard at it the last couple of days. I did like 3 Whatnot shows, like 9 hours streaming on Whatnot. Um, yeah, see? Yes. So I know where we were going with that. So yeah, I've actually started over the last month and a half, 2 months, really starting getting back into uh, listing on eBay and all the stuff, not all the stuff, but most of the stuff that has been selling over the last couple of weeks has that's been newly listed, and I really survived over the last 2 years since Whatnot of sending a lot of offers, um, and doing not really sales, but doing a lot of offers, and I had 31, almost 32,000, and it dropped down to, like, 26,000 over those last 2 years. So, let me see. So, yes, you list, you do sell, definitely. A bunch of postcards. The Yellow Tick Corner. Go to card stiffeners. Yeah. And what I've learned since being on Whatnot, and I will shut up. Well, I'll probably never shut up about Whatnot, but the crafting people, that old tape, if that you get, if I know the tape you're talking, if it flakes right off, save it in a little pile, uh, and sell it by the ounce like cocaine. The crafters love that old yellowed tape. And I discovered that by accident. I was saying on Whatnot that I threw it away, and they were like, "Oh God, no, don't throw it away." And so as a joke, I saved up, it was like an ounce of this fine, almost a Colombian gold, this fine, well, I said, anyway, this uh, gold yellowish old tape. And I think it sold for like 12 bucks or something like that. 'Cause I know on I've seen the YouTube channels of people, they show you how to make old tape for your junk journaling and stuff like that. So, but people do buy if it's a good enough scene. I'm thinking it's probably a linen is usually what's yellowed. Um, but people still may buy that, obviously you can see it. I call it tape ghosting. So, yeah, I think you should probably still sell it or use it as card stiffeners. I should, like, use stuff like this, like these cards that I have, if that will work, but I have this is all the same card, so a couple hundred, but, listed for a buck 99 and maybe over 10 years, maybe 5 to sell. I don't know, but yeah, I could use that as card stiffeners. I probably should. So, card, yeah, yeah, okay, I understood that. Hey, Toy Attic or Attic, hello. For popping in. Yeah, I've seen all those reels of, like, the 1970 the Gen what are we, Gen X? The Gen X kids, the last feral generation, we're the last ones who know, what a dial telephone is and rolling down your window like this, and, yeah, you were kicked out of the house after you ate breakfast in the morning, and you weren't expected to come back. Listen, you came back and didn't end up on a milk carton at night. So, yeah, it's, yeah, it's amazing, and that wasn't talked about in the '70s or '80s. It wasn't. Does writing No, not actually. Like, if it's on writing all over the front of the card, it can, and it would, but on the back of the card, um, I'm a front of the card kind of a guy. The back of the card, if there's writing, and I tell this story, all the time, is that I had this chrome card, and it had, I'm looking at the chat and finding out, Uriah William and I always come back. That seems like, yeah, spammy. Um, we'll see what happens with that. Um, but on the back of the Chrome card, the front was like, it was just at night, maybe at Christmas time. And, the, I think it was an old folks home, retirement home. The message on the back was so depressed, like, "My family sent me here to die. No one loves." It was really depressing message, and I noted that in the, thank you, Cameron. I noted that in the title, and every once in a while, I find a real photo postcard of, like, a baby, and on the back, it'll say, I don't know, Joe Joe Bob Smith Jr., born whatever, and died, like, 4 months later or something like that. So I'll put that if it's in a message, I'll put that on there. Any morbid sells, it does. So yes, the writing on the card, it doesn't matter, and I've sold there are purists out there who, on both sides. they want an unused, like a virgin copy of a postcard, and there are those other people who want the postmark with writing, and that way it's kind of a way of authenticity authenticating a card. So sometimes it actually adds value, and I don't think it really detracts detracts unless it's, like, written all front. So hopefully that answers your question. I've been sourcing. Oh, good for you, Dawn. Good one. Didn't last. Yeah. Yeah, I did a little reel, uh, funny creative guy. I don't know if you saw, but and, I make funny like I'm going into, Goodwill, and no. Mm. That $10 pair of shoes that's gonna take you forever to clean up and list and store, uh, and then only sell for 20 bucks, this is right there's pretty much 1,000, yeah, that's probably about 800 postcards. Each box like this is probably 8 to $10,000 worth of value, if not more. So, just scored. Yay. So yeah, and the prices are going nuts because, Goodwill's selling their own stuff online. So I'm glad I don't have to rely on uh, Goodwill for my my inventory. Yeah, okay, yeah, yeah. If you ever, yeah, reach out. Um, yeah, so I'm glad I went and got help. Okay, what is your opinion on postcards becoming a book of postcards and various books of animal? Um, well, my opinion, I'm not a fan of if a postcard is, I don't think I have any. I might have some folders are aren't my favorite. But if you're talking about the ones that, you tear out, as a reseller, um, I think that detracts from there's value. I think there's still people out there who, want them because of the scene. Um, but I think if you maybe try to sell that, uh, whole, if you can, but if you find them that have the perforations along the top or, top or bottom, uh, that you can or side, side or top, you can still sell them. I usually put in there that, it was pulled from a larger booklet, and, yeah, people still collect those. I've sold most of the ones that I've sold that I would look for and purposely pull out of the stack or the World War One American Expeditionary Force bases, scenes in, France or wherever else. But the works of art, I mean, people, if there's anything that eBay has taught me is people will buy it. I have long been of the view that continental postcards, which I have a lot of over here, um, only certain things sell, amusement parks, stuff like that. But I'm seeing that some people who are just blasting eBay with these programs that they can list, 12,000 postcards in a week type of thing, that some of these scenes that I'm looking at, I was like, "Ugh, I wouldn't pay a nickel for this." People are paying 10 to 15 bucks for those. So, if you have what I will say on it is if you have the room in your eBay store and you wanna list it, go for it. There's gonna be someone out there somewhere, that may want it. And, uh, since resellers may look at that card and go, "Ew, no one's gonna want this. No one's listing them." And but there's people out there who will buy anything, and maybe that fits into their niche collecting category. So, yeah, I tell you, it's, some of these people, they've been seeing what sells, and I'm pretty, I used to be really, really good at getting into what solds and looking and saying, "Man, do I have that?" And, I got away from that, and just with the like I said, these people blasting so many listings, uh, I'm starting to change my tune a little bit. I mean, I don't wanna list like a rock in a desert somewhere or some interior church that just, been around forever and there's 4,000 older postcards of it. I wanna as a reseller, I wanna list things that are interesting, exciting, and that will, maybe sell really, really well. So, hopefully that answers your question. But yeah, like I said, if you have room in your eBay store, if you're a premium store, you get what, like 6,000 listings? And you wanna list it, sure, go for it. And I hope you get, uh don't list it for a penny auction or anything like that. List it for 10 bucks, 14 bucks. This guy's getting 12 or 14 bucks. That may not last, and that, after that initial sell through, the rest of the cards sit forever because they are common junk that no one really wants, or there's 4,000 of them already on eBay. But, yeah, and then you know what? If it doesn't sell after 6 months, reduce it, reduce it, reduce it, and if it never sells, don't hold on to it for like a year and, get rid of it. Yeah, 9 hours on Whatnot, and, I did a Saturday show, 4 hours, Monday show, hour and 15 minutes for the end of the world, and, 4 hours on Tuesday, and I was gonna do an hour and a half. When a parole did you ever encourage someone involved you know what? No, I never did. I hated being a probation officer. I really did. At one point, oh, this was in 90, so I joined eBay in 98, and so this was about 99 to early 2000. I hated working as a probation. I've been doing it I did it, 93, and, I was gonna quit probation and, go full-time eBay. Back in 98, 99, I'm sorry, 99, I was doing, uh, really good on eBay, and, I said, "You know what? Uh, Probation is gonna pay the bills. It's pretty good salary." Once you get into the federal level, I just had to make a decision. I was gonna quit probation, or I was gonna try to make it to the top, and to be the top was federal probation, and it took me a while, but I got in, and, I made really good money, and it permitted me, since I'm law enforcement, I could retire and did retire as soon as I got my 20 years with the federal system, and so I get a pension. At 51 years old, I retired, and I got a pension that will for the rest of my life, and if I die, my wife gets half of it. Um, Rare thing, so if you got kids, encourage them to go with federal service, do something. Let and as much as people think about the feds, if you're a federal employee, it's, pretty good. So, but you know what, nowadays, of course, eBay wasn't a thing even back then, but I think I had some eBay let me back I did have some eBay, people on probation who did eBay, but, they like to go to Target, steal Legos, and, resell those on eBay, so wrong type of encouragement, with that. Uh, oh, yeah. I have to think back to what we were talking about. Yeah, I used to throw postcards away. If it was too damaged to list, I wasn't gonna get any money for it, I threw away. Moldy cards I still throw away, those are gone, but any, ripped, I don't think I have any here. I started and this was just within the last 3 months, I started saving it, and, on Whatnot, I was selling pounds of damaged postcard, missing a corner, too much crease and tape on it. I mean, some of the people can attest that that stuff was going for, 30 $30 a pound, and that's specific. That is like the old Victorian scrap, stuff like that, and I'm finding that the better junk lots are the, holidays and greetings, not so much the newer chrome cutting metal scrap. They still, still buying the junk stores, some of their it's artwork, and, they can use almost anything for artwork, but I think the older arts and holidays, greetings, stuff like that, do much better. But yeah, save that gold, Jerry, gold, the tape. Hey, Joe, thank you for coming on in. I know I'm a little bit behind on the chat. I don't know how far behind, but that won't be like an hour. Get two questions done and uh, talk about it for an hour, talk about myself for an hour. So we hopefully move on. Thank you again, Cameron, for taking care of that. I don't know how far I'm back behind. Oh, there's yes, the fun. Thank you, thank you. Well, how many cards total are you in your board there? Now, Kevin, I think I mean, I still have them pretty much a million aviation cards, the airplane cards. I have three to 400,000 of those. That's this rate. This this goes that way. And then it's also behind me here. There's some back there. I have another 600,000 easily to the list. And that 600,000, that may only encompass 7 to 10,000 individual cards. So I just may have, there's some cards back here. I have 500. Um, so list it once, and I'll never have to touch it again. So that's aviation. That's still a million. We'll just say a million cards easily. I have. I'm looking over at my unlisted stock that I pulled out over the years that I will someday get on eBay. I have probably 50, 60, 70,000 individual cards that are just waiting for me to scan and put on eBay. And then like whatnot stock, and what I will I kept some cards to start vending again, and that's probably another 200, 200,000 and whatnot. I know I got rid of three to 400,000 cards, maybe more, because over last year, I'll share this. I spent $50,000 on postcards last year. I'm bragging. I bought a lot of postcards to feed the whatnot monster, and I kept some of those, but a vast majority went out the door again. So yeah, I don't know. 1.3, 1.4 still in the house. It's like it's boxes go out, the three boxes come in. It's so I have an addiction, just a little addiction. Um, but I will never not source. I was sourcing yesterday. Went to dealer, Dave, and I bought like 80, 90 postcards, and I sold some. He actually bought for me this time. And yeah, auctions. That's what I started doing. For those, and I'm just going to pimp this a little bit. I do have a membership. I started that on a $400 a month Patreon. Like $5 a month, and I put some stuff over there. And I'm doing some stuff over there that's like I just put out one today. I give you the members my whole list. Um, and I haven't shared that whole list with more than two or three people over the last 10 years. So that's over there. Go a little bit more depth over there. So anyway, that's that's it. But one of the why I was getting to that was I talk about Rusas, which is German for greetings from. And last year I bought like $4,000 worth of really great World War One propaganda. It's all German. It came from a guy who ran the German Philatelic Society for America, or maybe the world. I don't know. He lived not too far down the street, and he passed away. And all of his stuff, Penguins scored again. All his stuff ended up at auction, and I bought it. And if I would have went and previewed, I wouldn't have lost any of it. I would have spent 6,000. So yeah, but auction. I have all these Girl Sauce cards. I don't know shit about them. And I started selling them at auction just so we can find out how well they do. And I think my last what sold video, I had one card. I think I showed it. Yeah, that just came out. Listed it for $12.99 at auction and sold for 74, something like that. And some Gustav cards can go for hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And I have auctions going on right now. 233 Gustav cards. Couple bids. No, it's not going as well as I thought they would go. But I'm covering them all at auction, and I have one with like 7 or 8 watchers, and they got a bid immediately. It's what's now Poland, but back in 1997 was German. So it's now Poland town, a Polish town. So fingers crossed that could be hopefully a $200 or $300 card. That's my dream, but who actually knows? I only sell it for 12.99, which I'm happy with because I only paid 50 cents for it. Promoted listings, it's it's pretty much mandatory. It really is. I think most postcard sellers, I think that we're promoting. But I don't know if it really makes a difference to where. I think I'm usually at like 5%, and for a period of 3 or 4 months, I went up to like 14%, 12, 13, 14%, just as a let's try it. And because this again, I'm not listing on eBay, so to um, I need to get sales going. If I'm not listing, and if you list, you sell. If you don't list, you got to make sales happen somehow. So a lot of offers. I went up a little higher, like I said, on the promoted rate. Sorry, I'll break my heart. Um, but yeah, I think it's a mandatory. I dropped back down to 5 or 6%. It's the cost of doing business. You got to promote it to get it seen. And I think having these auctions, because I think the auctions pick up on the scene list. Um, so I'm going to auction. I'm going to just more auctions. Not every, you don't auction everything. If there's 500 cards listed and it's a 399 card, maybe one shouldn't list it. But if you got all the room yet on your store, why not? Maybe 10 years from now it will sell, but it didn't cost you anything to list. Um, so, but see, gone tangent, gone. So yeah, I think pretty much mandatory uh, list promotive systems. Yeah. Oh yeah, and so everybody does end sell similar. I'm from the school. It's end and relist. No one's really ever been able to tell me, show me the difference between end and relist, end and sell similar. Some people preach end and sell similar. I've been doing end and relist for, I mean, ever since, geez, probably 10 plus years ago when they went to, uh, God, I can't even remember what it was, but it was like every 30 days I would end my store. I can't remember exactly what it was. It was like you kept on getting your stuff automatically listed. And I always thought, excuse me, I always thought it was it got lost in the shuffle or lost in the thing being automatically listed. So I started uh, ending all my items, and it was easy to do when I only had 12, 13,000 items. Um, excuse me. So I do and I think the end and sell summer, I think I tried that once. It, like, leaves your listings. Ended up your listings are still there, and now you're just selling similar, and I was always afraid that those, say you're 200, but those 200 that I ended and they're still in my unsold, that I could F up and relist those cards again. And I think eBay does have like safeguards and duplicate listings. But I think I've always got a really good uh, bump in sales from end and relist, and I don't have to have that extra step. And maybe you guys don't do that extra step of deleting those old items, and then I think that could create some of those issues too. Maybe you forgot to actually relist it and then you deleted it. I think I've seen several people um, saying that they've lost listings during the end and sell somewhere. So that's what I do. It's worked for me. I've been, like I said, I've been doing it for years and years and years ago. I posted on Instagram about the bump I was getting on end and relist, and that was on Instagram. I did a post, and then all the trash shelves. God, I brain thought something reseller life. Oh my, Jay and uh, what's your name? The trash shelves. Someone's gonna say it here in the chat. Um, wow, they had a blog. They're really good. They did podcasts. But anyway, they have a. Oh, I can still see it on top of my head, and it's gone. Probably never in the chat has said anything. Now the tangent part. Scavenger life. Thank you, Cameron. Yes, scavenger life. I just like stuck screenshots, like because the thing was, touch your listings, and you'll get a bump. Go in. So I touched my listing, touched my listings by like decreasing the price by $1, and then I waited a couple, I don't know, several days. No, no bump in sales. Then I did something else, but I showed like a 30-day graph, and the biggest bump in sales was an end of anyway. Yeah, whatever works for you. I'm not telling you one way or the other. Um, what works the best? This is the way I do it. It's easy for me. I don't have an extra step. Initially, yeah. Truthfully, Marty, that's what I do too. I don't add brand new cards to promote it until probably hell, it could be 5 or 6 months later, truthfully. And I usually don't add best offer at that time until that time either. It can sit, truthfully, 6 months for a postcard sitting on eBay isn't a long time. I have cards up here that are 12 to 15, yeah, we'll say 12 years old, and they'll sell. They'll sell. Another little video I did for the membership is how I refresh this thing. Pricing tips. Oh, I think what takes the time longest one listing or yeah, comps. I burped here, I apologize. I don't. It's unfiltered. Uh, Pricing tips. It can. I use Worth Point, but uh, also with I use Therapy, and if and of course current solds currently listed. If I strike out, say if I don't know, say if I have this card, which I just pulled these out. Uh, I've never seen I've never seen this art before on World War II cards, so I have to research these. So if I can't find this exact card anywhere, um, I'll I'll just kind of go with my gut and try to figure out. Uh, that's right here. Could write that. not a good example. We'll say, which is their cool cards. We'll say this town. I don't even know where this town is. Danielson, Connecticut. I just picked this up. Maybe there is no uh, Alexander Mill anywhere listed. Um, so what I'll do is during my Terrapeak search, search, and my eBay current, I'll look for that town, and we'll see how. Just start first. I'll look specific and see if I can find this card. And if it's unlisted, maybe I'll look for Terrapeak. It'll give me an idea. Maybe that exact card sold for 25 bucks. But if that card doesn't exist, no sold shown for that card, I'll go to find Danielson, Connecticut, and I'll see how Danielson, Connecticut sells. And so I'm parched. I've talked a lot this week, so forgive me. I'm like Marco Rubio with drinking here. So I'll go to Danielson, Connecticut. I'll see how Danielson now. Danielson's like a lot of people bidding on Danielson, and I look at this card. I paid 50 cents for it at Dave's yesterday. Just looking at this card right now, without knowing anything about it, I would probably come with like 14.99 for that card. But I'm still going to research. I'm just not going to willy nilly throw it up at 14.99. I made 14.99 at auction card. But during my research, like I said, I may find out that that's really a $25 card. So I may actually start this at auction, like 22.50 or 22.99, and hope that I get two people interested in this mill from Danielson, Connecticut. And if I only get one person interested from in this Danielson card, I'm still happy with 20. Obviously, I'm happy with 22.99. And there's, you can also list it for 49.99 and maybe wait 4 years for it to sell. Doesn't matter because I have 26,000 cards that have been sitting here for years, and someone will come by and eventually buy it, or my wife will burn it in the backyard when I die. Or Mary Martin will sell it. Turns it over to Mary Martin to sell. Well, that's my train of thought. That quick, poof, gone. Take so yeah. Don't I guess with pricing, don't start it for a penny. Don't start it for a buck. Um, Start it at an auction or a price that you would be happy with um, to with one bidder or one buyer years from now. I know what I was going to say. That's about postcards and storage and stuff like that. There's one little that one little postcard. There's 30 some thousand here, and that's maybe only 30, 40 pair of shoes, and I have 1,000 times that or more sitting up here. So that's the great thing about postcards. They're not going to spoil. They're not going to go bad. They're you're all happy, happy, waiting to be uh, sold, and that's why I made a little my point on that Instagram and YouTube reel was that I've never had a postcard returned because it didn't fit. Um, and in fact, out of the probably 70 plus 80 plus thousand postcards I've sold, I've only had like less than five legit returns, and it's usually I already have this postcard or uh, I've messed up and the wrong postcard, or I'll have like these cards. Uh, maybe this one, but I sent them that one. Excuse me. And if it's a $4 postcard, $5 postcard, definitely pay time for. Or I'll be like, hey, you know what? Keep it, and I'll send you the correct one. I think the customer appreciate you being honest and, owning up to your mistake and being willing to fix it. In fact, I had a card yesterday. I don't know if I don't even know. I'm not confident in my StreamYard skills right now to share my screen. Um, but I had these. They're from 1893 Columbia World's Fair Expedition, and he didn't leave the cards when I put them in my boxes over here. And since I use these, excuse me, open top bin boxes that are only 6 inches wide, middle size, so I had to put them, put them along the side and on my, you can probably see like right here when I'm pulling boxes out. If there's something along the side right here, out here over the years, every once in a while, even though I'm careful, I was bumping, and top of one, there were two of them. One card had like a scuff the whole way across the top, and one corner was missing. So I just opened one eyes. I took a picture. I was like, "Hey man, these are not in the condition that were pictured for 5 years," and I, uh, I effed up. And would you want to cancel the order for a full refund, or do you want me to like? I gave him like a significant, like a 75% off discount. You know, they just won't buy. They're damaged. And he wrote me back and said, "Man, thank you for being honest. I'll take the discount." So I still made 5, $6 on these cards. Anyway, list them high, let them sit. Um, you can always reduce the price and sell it. You can't raise the price after you sell it. So anyway, uh, no, I don't know. I've been offered a few years ago. I was offered the program, and I'm not a smart man, and technology stuff, and I don't know this CSV file stuff. I don't know. I was like, listen, I'll play with it, but you got to write me a really good user manual. Um, and I never got it. And they also wanted me to promote it on YouTube. Um, and I don't really promote stuff unless I really like it and enjoy it and I use it. I'm not a very good influencer. Um, if finger goo people want to sponsor, I love finger goo. This is I can't remember the name because I always take the tops off and I don't use the tops. Like there are a couple of the empties on the ground here, but no tops. You can find it on Amazon for a couple bucks. Um, so finger goo people, I mean, finger goo by whoever, love it. Better than licking your finger. Um, but anyway, I that never worked out. But I just saw someone on YouTube. I think it was on YouTube. Hey, good for him. I don't, you know what? It's working. I don't know if it's going to be sustainable unless again you blast out 11,000 and if it doesn't sell 2 months later, 3 months later, reduce it. I don't know, 20%, quarter, 25%, whatever. And you just keep on reducing it because a lot of them are crap cards. Again, from a reseller, guys who've been around for 26 years, I wouldn't list them. Um, but be a niche. Uh, and it get expensive, but yeah, I think I don't think he's in here, but the Paul Sports Cards or something. He has some program for like that um, for sports cards. Excuse me. Um, but The other thing with that is, the scanners, whatever they're using for scanners, it doesn't scan. You don't the good all the whole card, um, and the AI, the optical or the OCR or whatever, it's not picking up or picks up wrong stuff. It makes it like I don't know, some lake in California, whatever, blah 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 blah. It's published by or colored by. It's just the quality information in the title. Um, and again, it could, on the other side too. It's the postcard category is getting saturated as I'm sitting here saying buy and sell postcards. Um, there has to be a little bit of responsibility with that too. But if people buy it, who am I to say? You know, and if it works for you as a seller, I don't want to shit on anybody's reselling business. You run it how you want to run it. Um, but yeah, anyway, I don't know. Can't remember the name of the program. You'd have to search uh, YouTube and find that. I think it's about I list about 1,000 postcards in a week or something like that. But I think it's a good idea, and if I understood it and can do it simply, I'm probably going to try. But I think I'm much better off doing bulk purchase or bulk sales on wholesale sales on the web ones. So let me see. I don't think I'm too far behind. I'm not even sure if people are still interested in this. I've been going for almost an hour. Okay. What Yeah. What else we got here? I don't know how far behind I don't want to get too far behind. Yeah, 51 and retired here with pension. Oh, but reduced. Yeah. My that's reduced. Um, and I can make I know retired people there's like an earnings limit. But since I was law enforcement and like I had to retire at age 57 no matter what, but I could collect like a supplemental Social Security or something. But after 56 and 8 months, which is coming sooner than I really expected, I have I can't earn more than X amount of money. And I'm talking to a tax guy, and it might come down to maybe I incorporate LLC, S corp. So I don't know. I don't know. That stuff scares the shit out of me. So we'll see. But yeah, 51. You know, it's nice to be your own boss, and when you uh, 95% of the bullshit that I didn't cause or I didn't make disappeared overnight, gone. And so now my only stress is well dealing with the way that effed me up for 26 years, but also, I got a kid in college, and Postcards are going to pay for her college, hopefully 4 years. I don't want her starting off life with a huge educational debt. I don't need eBay money. More than money. I don't need it. Uh, but it's really nice to have to pay for college for my daughter. So if you're just starting out, Floyd, if you're just starting out selling postcards, what source do you find out what price? Yeah, eBay sold current eBay listings, um, uh, Peak, which is free, and worth points a subscription, and sometimes the pricing is kind of hinky on there. Like Worth Point may say it's all for $500, but then you actually find it on Terapeak, and it was $40. So I've seen people when I called it worthless point. I still use it because at least if it's not on Terapeak after 3 years, then Worth Point. eBay probably needs to buy um, Worth Point or eBay, hopefully 5 years or 6 years or however long. Um, and like I said, those cars are going to possibly sit for years and years and years until that right person comes. So yeah, those, I still use eBay. eBay, uh, current and sold. Uh, Knowledge, Sammy Joe, hello. Let me see what else we got. Yes, that Gru which greetings from Germany. And there's like Gruß von der and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm learning a little bit of German, not much, but it's really fascinating. Sheep. Sorry, I know I'm a little bit behind, Margot. Everyone has helped me stop. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Categories. I'm interested in stuff. Honestly, and now with that, knowledge, you know what you like, and then you could go to postcard shows and speaking of postcard shows, antique malls, postcard club meetings, and buy more, focus down on what you want. Speaking of postcard shows, um, I did I said I put a members video out today. I also did a everybody um, video. It's not out yet because I don't know what happened over the last year of being away from YouTube, but it takes like 3 hours to upload video unless it's my really shitty internet recently. But yeah, it's taken a long time. So this postcard show video that will probably be coming out in the next couple days on the main channel will it's pretty much I always get asked, I'm going to my first postcard show. What should I expect? What advice do you have? So I do 20 some minutes of going to a postcard show, what to bring with you, what to expect. If you and I kind of talk a little bit about if you're a reseller or if a collector. I'm a reseller. I really don't have any postcards that I collect. My hometown I grew up in, and the current town I live in, and I guess closer town too, and that's it. I don't. I even my Matthew Kirsch. I love Matthew Kirsch cards, but now I buy them to give them away. I pretty much sold off my entire collection. I love his stuff, but it's just stuff. This is just stuff. Someone's gonna have to deal with this when I go. I hope it's all gone by then, or you know, my daughter takes over. Popeye and daughter. Or like I said, wife's gonna burn it in the backyard or something. I don't know. I would love to like win the lottery, and then I would like do one of those stakes to I'll give you my store. I won't need it anymore. This keeps me off the streets, keeps me out of trouble. It's going to pay for my daughter's education, and I do love selling postcards. But anyway, awesome. I think I saw. Hi, Barb. How you been? Thank you for coming over to Whatnot and here too. Well, I know see you on here. I see you once in a while on the Whatnot. You get them back, okay? Yeah, I'm just afraid of uh, of just completely losing that scavenger my life. They were my first interview, and I know that the interview I gave on there, excuse me, got I think like Matt Jackass Retro. I think I got him started on postcards because of that. But yeah, I kind of wish they came back. I met them. I went down in person. I think I gave them eBay shipping supplies, and I saw the little coffee roasting building, and they were just getting ready to open that coffee shop in Ray. Nice people, nice people. I need to make it back down there again, and I haven't been on their site, and I do miss their podcast. I really enjoyed their podcast. So Jay and I can see her, and I just can't remember her name off the top of my head. So yeah, Scavenger Life. I think they just post their website's still up. They just post like what sold type of stuff like that. particular era of or type of thank you for the question, Cody. Particular era card you avoid or don't like listing, if so, why? On topics. Yep, Black Americana, you can't. Um, and as you want to call me woke, I don't care. I am, um, and always have been. Uh, and, but also maybe more woker, if you want to call it that. And I understand it. So yeah, Black Americana. Uh, what else? Mm, 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 I pretty much list anything. I've listed because I have no filter with this, with social topics like that. Yes, I understand the Confederate flag. Absolutely, don't list it. And note on that, I actually, and I used to list um, that back whenever eBay. So that was back when they pulled Confederate flags. So I went through, and, I mean, eBay pulled some down or tell you to pull them down. So I pulled everyone down. Earlier this week, Pops sold, hey, you sold this. And I looked, and it's a like greetings from Dixie, right in the middle of a bold Confederate flag. And I'm like, how the F? I took all this down. And of course, I'm searching. And I was like, I don't even have these cards anymore. I took them all down and got rid of them. I threw those away. I threw those cards away. Um, every once in a while, my whatnot auction, they'll pop up and do whatever you want with them. I throw them away. Um, so I won't, you can't. Other topics, I know there's that controversy about kids in clothes, and I think people have taken that a little bit too far about being, I don't know, being afraid or not wanting to list them. Um, so if you don't want to list it, shy away from it. Don't list it. Swastikas, I just have issues with listing swastikas. I um, I list them. Obviously, the good. You can't list anything or era swastikas up, but before the Nazis took that over as their own, it's a good luck symbol used by Native Americans. I think the Japanese, Buddhists, I think. I can't remember. It was a religious symbol with good luck and stuff like that. And I think eBay taking some of that stuff down. That's a little. I don't know about that one. Some of eBay's listing policies, and it's a little, you know, suspect, especially like with. And I understand some of it. I'm getting off on a tangent here, but like railroad locks and keys from like 1880s, and they're saying that's a like a safety. Copy that key. No one's using freaking skeleton keys from anyway. Excuse me, I'm getting off. So banned topics, not including banned topics. Okay, I didn't read that. Air. I listed all airlines. Type of car. Well, folders. I don't like listing, but I will if it's good. What makes a good folder? Yeah, I read those. Some old foreign folders, small, rinky-dink little tabs, and from a very small rinky-dink say that. Um, so I would look folders. I don't know if that is a question, but because I list a lot. Like I said, Continentals, plain Jane Continental, don't really list. Um, don't like listing, pretty flower in the desert. Um, what else? What else don't I like? Oh, I don't like listing as much. Like, and it's just because this maybe is those photos that are identified. Uh, maybe an interesting. They're calling it, winter scenes, and I'm like, it's a winter scene. Take the research involved in some of that stuff, and Connie made some pretty damn off of those real photos, winter scenes. Um, so it's stuff like that. I'm trying to do something that I can't. What time is it? 9 o'clock. You have a little bit longer, 9:10, a little bit longer here. We're gonna get through everything. So I don't know if that answers your question. Oh, yeah, nine. Thank you. I could have gone on the Niagara Falls. Yeah, eight Niagara Falls. Hate it. Uh, everything has an exception. Everything has an exception. Sorry, Detroit just scored it. Let's see. But I have sold. I sold like a lot of like 1,000 Niagara Falls cards, and I actually sold them for like 17 cents per card. So yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know. Hopefully she can. Uh, one kid that grew up way too fast. Uh, couldn't wait for him to grow up, and now I kind of wish that he did. You know? Yeah. Hold on to it as long as you can. Never understood that, but man, I do now. Get one card at a time. Definitely, definitely right. Or on whatnot, cards at a time. Or I haven't done power, or 5 or 600. Going to Saturday's show. Please get the video out. Okay, okay. You, Steve, you're good. What day is today? Thursday. Uh, yeah, I don't know if I'll get it out Friday night or not. Maybe I'll upload it tonight, overnight, because that way I can actually get it out tomorrow. But these things, Steve. This is if it's your first time, and everybody remembers their first time. But yeah, you'll do great. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Kevin. Uh, yeah, I might have to sell for her. VP. Now I'll have to set up something where she gets, you know, salt or something like that. Uh, hey, Mike, how you doing? Thanks for coming on in. Yep, yep. Throw them away. Um, yeah, and the Black American Party, send those out to um, uh, Package Retro has all that information about. I try to avoid them altogether. I try to avoid them. So what else we got here? I get everybody's. Yep, railroad keys. It just makes no sense. I mean, you could probably still sell them. Um, oh, I'm sure there's. Let's see, hang on, I'm sorry, I'm distracted. But oh no, they did 5 to 3. Come on, pens. Come on, pens. Don't disappoint me. Um, I've seen people do auctions, 3-day auctions, or do a buy it now and try to get rid of them. It doesn't make no sense to me. Single process to be implement. I see eliminate. Ben, 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 Ben. There. Oh wait, I'm modding you, Ben. You can be a managing moderator or a standard moderator. No standard. Nah. Hey Ben, how you doing? Single process implemented scanning and two scanning and the inventory system for me. This this was the old way. States, cities. I lost so many cards. I put a video out about my inventory, and someone told me to start doing the box letter tab number. Very, very rare. I mean, I would misplace cards all the time. I mentioned this in the video. New Hampshire and Fowler, Vermont, it all looks the same up there. Sorry, Kelly. Beautiful, but it all kind of looks the same. Um, and I just misfiled so much up there, and there's probably stuff up there that's not listed, I may have that's another and then scanning, just the improvement on picture quality and speed. 3 things. You probably all have seen my sorting center. It's, 75, 80 like, little mail slots, and to list quick, you gotta, Alabama, Alabama, California, sort them all out, and then I pull a stack and, list quickly. So I guess there's 3 things: sorting, scanning, what's a good S for that? Inventory. So, hopefully that helps. Hey, Jeff, excuse me, burpee. Cuba cards. I haven't sold any for a while, I don't think. Still list them. I think there's the embargo date, the 1950s. Also, something about the card has to be made maybe in America, not Cuba. But what I'm doing with Cuba cards, because I've seen lots of Cuba cards go on eBay for really good money. I may do, or maybe whatnot. Let you all list them in band. I may do just a huge lot of Cuba cards. Um, yeah, I don't know, but I have listed them and I've done well with them. Oh, the one that comes to mind, it was and someone was, I'm sorry, I was talking about the postcard booklets, art and stuff like that. This was a golf course. I wish I was more confident in sharing the screen and maybe on another show. Uh, it was if you have Worth Point, it might still be on Terra Peak. It was golf course Havana, Cuba, and it was like a 24. I think I had two of them together, two folders, and I think I got $220. I remember right. It was really really good money for a Cuba golf course. And I think you open it up, I think it was like all the holes, the clubhouse, stuff like that. So yes, I will still list Cuba. But again, now I'm more into the wholesaling it out. I don't know in my 50, 60, 70,000 cherry pick cards what Cuba cards are still over there. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, probably, undeniably. Yeah, she is. She she is the queen of postcards. And she just had that mega auction on her own website, and she does whatnot, uh, four shows a week or something like that. She does all the shows. She puts on York Show, which is the largest in the country. So yeah, she is the largest postcard seller. Maybe not like individual cards online, because I know they have one, maybe even two eBay stores. There are larger, like refried jeans, um, like uh, I'm gonna just brain farted on that one. Yeah, Mike Blood, postcard dealer in Maine. Oh my God, Mike from Greensboro. Oof, he's a large seller online. Uh, but yeah, Mary has a number of cards that she sells every year. She's got to be. I know there's some sellers on Hip Postcard and Del Camp that have like million cards listed. And I don't think Mary has that much listed. Assistant, sub-assistant. Yeah. That's inventory. I like that. I like that. Cuba. Oh, okay. Was that recently? Yeah, I just don't know the exact date. Like I said, I think it's where it's produced. Um, it's been a while since I've had a ding on having a card taken down. So, yeah, I would still list them. Um, yeah, yeah. Any other questions? What time is it? It's 9:20, so maybe another couple minutes. Let me see if Uh, made in oh, you made yeah, made in the USA. I think that's what it is, and I don't think the person in here, um, a couple things to share. Let me see if I can share. Excuse me, I'm sorry I'm coffee. I think it was present. Was it share screen? Let me see. Entire screen? Share. I don't know if this will work or not. There we go. I got to talk about this. If you love hearing my voice, you may see my face. I'm not sure. Probably, yeah, you'll see my face. Like on Whatnot, you see talking hands. Um, over on Whatnot Friday, tomorrow on Schmidt Auction. Let's see, this is so weird to do this. Schmidt Auction, they were my first on Whatnot, and it was kind of embarrassing. Back when I started in, I was actually on it like mid-April buying. Very first purchase was, and I had like $10 and Whatnot bucks. Um, and my very first purchase, it was postcards from uh, Dan and Marla, and the payment failed, and I was so mortified. But I think everybody has had payments fail. But over on Whatnot, Schmidt Auction, um, they took over the Paperpalooza and Ephemerama Empire from Ben and I. So to promote, because this weekend, Saturday is Ephemerama, like 17, a whole bunch of sellers, half-hour shows. But anyway, I'm like this. So we're gonna like pump up the show. So if you have time, you don't get enough of me on YouTube's come over to the Whatnot, see the talking hands. And then I gotta promote it a little bit. Let me see Whatnot. Anyway, just come over to. I don't know how much out of that. The Schmidt auction. We talked about that. Uh, someone over on Whatnot had a question on. I'm gonna do a video on this soon. But if you go to upss.org. I have no affiliation with these people. I promote stuff that I like, that I use, and I think you all can use. Um, it's the U.S. Postal Stationery Society. If you ever wanted to know about postal cards, um, go to that site. I had it. I did have it. I have it up here. Let me close this down. So go to UPSS for like 16 bucks. You can download where to get this. Oh, bloody. And it's Postal Card Society. It's everything you'd want to know about postal cards. And I mean, some of these people get really, really into postal cards, but there's a lot of information on here. Everybody gets postal cards. Find buy all postcards. I'm gonna do a I'm gonna do a video a little bit more in depth on this. I'm trying to get down. That it's a lot of information. It's like $16 for this download, and you may want to go give it a whirl. I was going to go over what I recently bought from Dave. I don't have time for that tonight. Next Thursday, we had to get through some preliminary information that I got off on a tangent about. So I was going to get through what I bought from Dave, and I was probably going to do some 6-bit listing, but I don't think my voice is going to hold out for that. And it's 9:30. So let me get through. How do I unshare now? Uh, Stop sharing. So I'm a little really rusty on that. Yeah, I used to help load and unload the Mr. Oh, okay. When you're a young backbreaker, yeah. Yeah, that's now young Mary and her son would probably take over the business. Joey, he helps out. And I was thinking of that earlier, Steve. It's a shame, and I was gonna type it in our place, and I wonder if is Whatnot the first like e-commerce internet site that had a rate feature. And if they haven't patented that or copied or whatever that was, um, but yeah, on YouTube you could rate another show instead of it's like, hey, go like tonight. I felt like Picker was going to be on it. I don't want to step on toes. Um, but yeah, it's like, hey, we're going to go do this other reseller. That would be uh, kind of neat. I don't know if they have that anywhere where else. I don't know. I'm not on TikTok. Um, Instagram. I don't think those people. I don't know. They may not. I don't know. Whatnot. It's pretty cool how they did that. What else? So we got laughing. Good night. Okay, Cameron. Thank you very much. Again, I apologize for calling you Cameron or whatever. Or maybe I did. Maybe I've been calling you Camden all night. Holy shit! I could have been. I don't know. That is my man. Yes. Okay. I think we're done. Oh, district. Yeah, district. Which is. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. They asked. District reached out, and I'm like, seems kind of pyramid-ish. So I no, I didn't. But if you're on there and you're doing fine, great, awesome, go for it. Whatever you can sell and improve your business, that's awesome. Do that. So I think that's it. Um, no pressure, but if you want to become a member, I'd appreciate it. But no pressure. Want to watch jam all those videos? You can't do that. But I'm going to be putting a lot more on the membership, and I will be back to doing my what sold videos and stuff like that. So, and I will be putting out that uh, your first postcard show. How to be safe and freaking Detroit Red Wings 1 point away. Anyway, thank you, everybody. Last message, everybody. No, good night. Oh, yeah. If I went back to them, I put all my airplane cards. Second store, I put them over there. And I've had 3 sales in 2 months. And April, no, we're in March, I think. The last 30 days have been complete no sales at all. I haven't been listing airplane cars. I only got 600,000 left to do. So, um, everybody, thanks for coming on in for this. I'm going to try Thursdays. If, this gotta do mind again. I'm going to try to do and try to do and try to do and uh, going. Whatnot Tuesdays and Saturday. Well, every other Tuesday and Saturdays. I should have done the graphics Monday on Whatnot. I'm doing a 1 hour manic show. I'm gonna do pounds of postcards and just blow them out of my house. So, okay, everybody, thank you very much. Good to be back. Good to be back. So, y'all have a good night and go rate someone on YouTube. Thank you. Have a good night. Bye.